Kanye West, influential artist, successful billionaire, and not once has he ever said anything controversial about the people with the money. Somehow it's already been a month since Kanye West dropped his collab album with Ty Dolla called Vultures 1, and we was meant to get Vultures 2 today, but as a shock to absolutely fucking no one, it didn't come out. But I've been playing this album pretty much non-stop for the last month, this and the new Yeet album. I thought the new Yeet album was pretty good, but I thought now that it's been a month already and we've had time to properly digest the songs that I should rank them. And as you know, I'm no professional music reviewer. I'm not going to go over each bell and whistle of each track to review them based on like technicality. I'm just going to rank them simply off of which songs I liked the most and which songs I didn't. And it goes without saying that this is purely my opinion. You are allowed to disagree, and 99% chances that your ranking is going to be different to mine. So please comment down below which parts you agree with and which parts you disagree with. I'm really curious to see what songs you guys liked off this album. But without further ado, let's kick things off. At dead last, we have Paperwork. It's just a bit shit, isn't it? I'm not really sure what Kanye and Ty were going for in this track, but whatever it was, it didn't work out. This is by far the track I've gone back to the least on this album. I just really don't like it. Like, the song isn't going anywhere. Like, the instrumentals are just off. It's just crap. It's just crap. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. Next up, we have Talking, and in fairness, most of the song is sung by a 10-year-old. I've got to give North some sort of credit in that regard. Like, she's already one up on Drake's son, but as soon as Carti's son gets on the mic, it's over for all of them. Anyway, similar to Paperwork, I just don't like the beat of this song. It's got somewhat of a beat switch in the middle. Obviously, like the first minute is just an intro song by North, but then the second half, like the main part of the song, is just, again, just a bit shit. Hood Rat is another one of these songs where the instrumental and the beat is just shit, so I don't find myself revisiting it. The lyrics and stuff you're saying in the song doesn't really matter if the instrumental actually makes it just unbearable to listen to. And I think this has been the case for these first three songs. Like, they're just dog shit. Friendly reminder that this is just all my opinion. You're allowed to disagree with me. Don't start throwing your pitchforks at me, because for whatever reason on Twitter and TikTok, there's a group of people who are very passionate about Hood Rat and insist it's one of the best songs on the album. It's truly not. It really isn't. All eyes is on me. I think Vultures is the last of the bad songs per se. I don't mind this song. I don't know why they released like 5 different versions of it before the album's release. It's probably one of the weakest songs on the album to use as a single. They could have used literally anything else and it probably would have been better, apart from the ones already mentioned. Part of me quite likes this song, but I just think there's so many better songs on the album. King is quite a controversial track at the minute because he mentions how he's bipolar, anti-Semitic, and still the king. But despite that controversial lyric, I actually really like this song. Just the flow that Kanye and Ty are going for on this track and the way they're actually singing it, it just works. At this point in the video, you can tell I'm not a professional music reviewer. Stars is honestly a beautiful track and a really good opening to the album. I remember listening to the album for the first time and this being the first song. It's just not at all what I thought Ye was going to go for, especially from the leaks like Fuck Some and of course Vultures. But then he kicked off the album with this and it was beautiful. It nearly brought a tear to my eye. Wasn't it always this way? Keys to My Life did the exact same thing, being the second song in the album. Very similar to Stars, but I think Keys to My Life is ever so slightly better in my opinion. The singing from Kanye and Ye on both of them tracks are just phenomenal. Watch how I do it. Again, with these next two songs, they're both neck and neck for the same reason, but I've gone with Do It, just the lower of the two. These next two songs are both the songs I've always said that would get played in the club if there were any from this album. But saying that, the clubs by me play the same 5 songs on repeat every single fucking time. Imagine the look on my face when they started playing the 3rd D Block Europe song in a row. Anyways, yeah, Do It's pretty good. I'm just here to get paid. But the better out of the two club songs is by far Paid. It reminds me so much of Fade off of The Life of Pablo, which again had Ty Dolla in it. I absolutely love this song. I love the beat. I love their singing. I love Kanye in the background. It is just genuinely a vibe. Speaking of vibes, Back to Me was probably my most anticipated song off the album. Ever since the recording session got leaked, this song gets a lot of hate for it being a bit repetitive or Kanye's verse being a bit weak, and I get what they mean, but not every song has to have really strong and meaningful lyricism for it to be good, and I think Back to Me is a great example of that. It's simplistic and still such a fucking vibe. I'm trying to fuck some right. Fuck Some is a vibe in a completely different sort of way. This is the sort of shit I'll be playing as soon as I'm rocking up to the gym. It gets a lot of hate for the Alvin and the Chipmunk part in the middle, but I don't really think it's that deep. It doesn't contribute anything to the song at all, and it should be removed, but regardless, it's still a fucking jam. First few times I did listen to this though, I did think Travis's verse was a bit weak and he didn't really know what he was doing. And by no means is it anywhere close to the best Travis feature, but it has grown on me a little bit. A lot of people do think that Carnival is what Fuck Some should have been, and I completely agree. But despite all that, I do think this is a pretty solid song. It just had potential to be so much more. I mean, what can I say about this song that hasn't already been said? The beat actually has me fucking levitating, like it puts me in a trance. This song is just beauty in its purest form. If there was ever a song I was going to shed a tear to on this album, it would be Problematic. The lyrics, perfect. The way they're singing it, perfect. The beat is just fucking godly. Everything about this song is a 10/10, and it deserves so much more praise than what it's getting. Burn is a 10 out of 10 fucking jam. This is the song I'll be playing all summer this year when me and my mates are just in the car driving about. It is just a fucking vibe in all the best ways possible. This song is just good times. This is the shit that makes me want to get up and start dancing. This is just a little editor note because I completely forgot about Good Don't Die. It absolutely breaks my heart that they removed this song off of streaming. But nevertheless, it is a fucking amazing song. So I'm putting it between this song and the next one. I don't know what number we're at on the ranking. What is this, like 4.5 or something?
Elon, where my rocket ship? It's time to go home.
Carnival is fucking amazing and probably the most popular song off the album for all the right reasons. I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said? It is an absolute fucking anthem, and I can't wait for the day where I see this get played live. Every single person on this track has a 10 out of 10 verse, and Rich the Kid kicking things off, that shit's 11 out of 10. Kanye's verse on this goes so fucking hard as well, and I'm so glad the Iron Man sample didn't get used, because that Hell of a Life guitar riff instead, oh my god. To quote some random TikTok comment, it's like they're summoning Kanye, and it is insane. Absolutely amazing cut, and it's no surprise it's the most streamed song on the album by a fucking large amount. But I think the best song on the album has to go to
Get up one time.
Similar to Problematic, where it has me levitating and puts me in a trance, I think Beg Forgiveness does all that but more. In every aspect of the word, this song is just beautiful. The beat, the lyrics, the Ty Dolla sign bit at the end, it just all works. And unfortunately, this song is so slept on as well. It did have to grow on me a little bit at first, I'll be real, but once it did, and once it started hitting, and once I started understanding it, it's just nothing else like it. Anyways, guys, that is my ranking of the Vultures 1 album by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign. Comment down below your ranking of the album and if you agree with me or disagree with me on some points. I just want to say at the end of the video, thank you all so much for the support recently. First of all, here on YouTube, I've returned to consistently uploading and started making commentary videos again, and the support on them videos have been crazy. So genuinely all, thank you so much, and I'm really glad you guys enjoy the videos. And of course, if you have any commentary topics or anything you want me to do, any video ideas, just comment them down below. And secondly, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been supporting the TikTok lives. Because of your guys' support, we've saved up enough to get a new PC, which I'm glad to announce is on the way. This PC is going to let me level up pretty much every single aspect of my YouTube and content creation as a whole. It's also going to let me start streaming more demanding games. With my current PC, I literally can't play games like Red Dead Redemption because it just can't handle it. But this new one is an absolute beast, so it's going to let us stream even more games. But I wouldn't be even close to affording it if it wasn't for your guys' support over on TikTok. So genuinely, and I do mean it, thank you so much. I really do think 2024 is going to be a really good year for the channel as a whole, so if you're not already, make sure to subscribe and stick around. But yeah, thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.